This is Dick Justice doing a video review for Transformers Generations Drift. This is the older Generations Drift, as opposed to the newer movie one. And I say older Generations actually in reference to the fact that Generations has been going on for a while. And I don't know when this figure came out, but it feels like it was a while ago. Is there an easy to get to date on the... I don't see one. I'll keep an eye out for a date on it during the transformation. This car is pretty big. In the Trail Cutter review that I have just recently uploaded, you can see that he's actually much larger than Trail Cutter. Here he is with Pokey. Even compared to Pokey, he's a pretty big car. So Drift definitely came from before the time that they downsized the toys. Doesn't make it more or less cool, it's just bigger. So to get this guy into robot mode, you first want to slide this big sword off of the bottom just to get it out of the way. There's two clips for it, one down here that's stationary and one up here that moves for robot mode usage. And I like to get the arms out of the way and pop the doors. Sometimes they cooperate, sometimes they don't. And that gives you enough room to kind of unfold his legs here. And then they just straighten out and you split the legs. Here's the date stamp, 2009. Wow, this guy's older than I thought. I thought he was newer than 2009. Anyway, then you just slide the foot up. I did that kind of fast on this one. You kind of bend it forward, which gives you the clearance to then pull it back down so that it can sit up in there like that. Then in the doors here, you unfold the handles on the knives in the door so that you can fold the window in. You just do that on both sides. And they kind of fold out of the way. And then almost there, you split the hood and you slide that up over the side there to be the rest of the arm. And then the shoulders kind of simultaneously flop out and down. And then he's supposed to look, and you finally bring the windshield up. So he's supposed to look kind of like that. I like him like that. I notice a lot of times the hood wants to do that, but that's not correct because it covers up his Autobot symbols. So you know that's not right, because these guys have to run around with their tattoos on them that show what faction they are, because God forbid they just recognize each other. They actually have to wear it on their sleeves. And he can hold this big sword. And he's kind of posable sometimes, depends on what you're going for. Like, he's got a decent samurai type ninja warrior vibe to him. He can hold these knives. I kind of like to have him running around like this so that he's, ready to kill somebody. Here he is with Trail Cutter. As you can see, he is from before when they downsized the deluxes. He is a little bit taller than Trail Cutter. Just a bigger figure than Trail Cutter. And Trail Cutter, as I said in the Trail Cutter review, is about on par with most, if not all, of the more recent Generations releases. So Drift is definitely larger than those figures. And definitely a cool figure. I was very surprised to see how much these were going for on eBay and the like. I got a couple in a lot and then sold one for almost as much as I paid for the lot that it was in. So that was, yay me. But yeah, Drift is pretty cool. If you like guns better, they have Blur. I have Blur somewhere, I just don't know where. Blur has guns. He's got a big gun and then 2 little guns, and he's blue. Instead of white, he is blue. And instead of dark gray, he's other blue, I think. Then if you're really into drift, they have a shattered glass drift, which is like Deadpool. So that's pretty neat. I was actually like passively looking for one of those and then happened upon 2 of the regular drifts in the same week. So I got drift. And I'm pretty okay with drift. I like drift.